Man, I really wish I had something to hold up these headphones. I know, let's take a look online to see what is available. Alright, so let's see here. This one looks kinda nice, but it's 30 bucks and can only hold up a single pair of headphones. The second one is cheaper, but has the same issue. Wow, these look pretty elegant and clean, but they're pretty pricey for what is essentially a piece of carved wood that will do nothing but sit on your table and hold up the headphones. And the last one, although cheap, has the same issue as the first two. Let's check Amazon. So these ones here seem to be cheaper, and there's a lot more variety here as well. The main issue that I'm noticing though is that they all only support one pair of headphones, or two at most. That one actually looks pretty badass. I wonder what other options I have. Alright, so after that little cheesy skit, I'm sure you guys get the idea. Basically, to help my setup look a bit cleaner and organized, I've been looking for headphone stands, a simple solution to help reduce clutter if I have multiple amounts of headsets, and to make them also stand out a bit. As you guys saw, most of the headphone stands that are available can only hold up one or two pairs at most, and many others are quite expensive. I mean, sure, they look pretty nice, but still, I can't justify spending more than even 15 bucks for something that will literally sit on my desk and hold up my belongings. I could have gone with something cheap like a banana stand, but that leads me to my first problem. So that left me with one option. I decided to make my own headphone stand. So without further ado, what you're about to see is the most beautiful headphone stand ever created to hold up your headphones. Here it is. Okay, alright. So maybe this isn't the most beautiful headphone stand you've ever seen, and it probably doesn't look as elegant as this, or as badass as this, or look like this. But hey, this wasn't even my main concern, and taking a second look at it, for a complete novice like me, this doesn't look too shabby. I even painted it to match my red and black build. But this stand totally fulfilled my main requirement, and that was holding up multiple headphones. This thing can hold up not one, not two, not three, but 4 pairs of headphones comfortably at the same time, maybe even 5 if you squeeze it in there. So with what I've created here, I've been quite satisfied. It does exactly what I wanted, reduces clutter off of my desk, and was cheap, easy, and not that time consuming to build. Speaking of the build process, I haven't really made any kind of build log or tutorial for you guys, but what I can show you guys is an outline of steps on how I built this stand and what type of material I used. To start off, I went to Home Depot and got myself a single piece of dimensional framing wood that was almost 4 foot long. I had gotten the piece cut into 4 equal pieces that were about a foot long each. The 4th piece was actually shorter than the rest, but that was okay since I only needed 3 anyways. I also got these tapered rounded end pieces for the top piece so I couldn't scratch or wear out the bands that were supposed to be resting on it. The 4 foot long piece was only about $2, and the tapered end pieces were about 80 cents by the foot. So for the top piece, I attached the tapered pieces on both sides using this really strong glue substance called Shoe Go. This glue is actually meant to repair the soles of your shoes, but can be used for any other application. Seriously, this stuff is extremely strong and versatile. In this case, I used it on wood, but I've also used this stuff to attach a metal panel on glass. I also wanted to mention that this thing dries up quite fast. It probably took about an hour or so, and I couldn't get the piece to move from its place. So using this to attach the side pieces worked perfectly. I highly recommend this product. I'll actually have a link down below in the video description if you're interested. Oh, and if you're going to be using this stuff, then definitely be careful using it. Wear some gloves, don't be dumb like me because taking this stuff off my hands was a total nuisance. And also make sure you're applying this stuff in a well ventilated area because it has a strong smell. After I let the glue dry, I used the chisel to scrape off any of the excess that was squeezed out. The next step was to paint the 3 pieces. This step is pretty simple and straightforward. Just use your desired choice of spray paint. For me, I went with red and black to match my setup color theme. And as I mentioned before, do this in a ventilated area. Once all the paint was done, the next step was to attach all the pieces together. How I went about doing this was that I first used a little bit of Shoe Go to help position the middle piece and hold it in place on top of the base or bottom piece. After that, I used these small L-shaped brackets to finally secure the pieces together. I used an electrical drill to screw in the screws needed to attach the L brackets. So once that was done, these steps were again repeated for the other top side. So once all that is done, you're pretty much complete on building the stand. That's literally all there is to it. Along the way, if you want to customize the stand, then you can definitely do that as well. If I was to improve the aesthetics of this thing, there's quite a bunch of things I could have done, such as painting the brackets, the L brackets, carving my name or my channel's name into the middle, and even add some LED strips to the sides. There are so many things you can do to make this stand suit your preferences. If you exclude all the time it took for the glue and paint to dry, building this stand probably only took me about 25 minutes. Not bad at all, and it turned out to be a much cheaper solution to what I could find online. If you're interested in getting a headphone stand for yourself, I definitely recommend trying this out. If a novice like me could do it, then anyone can. Well, that pretty much covers the headphone stand overview. If you guys found this video interesting and enjoyable, then hit that like button. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. How would you go about building your own headphone stand? Also, if you're interested in seeing more content like this, then consider subscribing. I'd appreciate it a lot. Thanks for watching, guys, and as always, take care and I'll see you in the next one.